what is ultimately an asset, you know? So, I mean, one thing I want to think about, and maybe we'll define some terms from y'all, is like, what essentially is the value of currency? Like, currency essentially is like the middleman, is how I think about it, fiat currency anyway, that enables you to exchange value essentially for goods or services for future value. Something that you believe is ultimately equivalent to a certain amount of your labor or money, like something is worth it for whatever price you're paying for it, and you get that in exchange for your money, right? So currency, fiat currency, is currency essentially created by fiat of the government. It is essentially the faith in the government's institutions, our universal faith in the government's institutions, that are essentially backing the value of that particular currency. Now, historically, before we had fiat currency in the US, a dollar was exchangeable for a certain amount of gold and or silver, I believe. I mean, many of our coins were essentially silver. So, like, a little side note here, one of the thing that, like, silver bugs, as they call them, buy is like pre-19, is it 1964, you know, dimes and quarters, because they're actually 90% silver. I have some in my house, whereas now the money is debased with cheaper metals, essentially, and they sound different. Like, you still might encounter a 90% silver coin in transactions today, and it's got a different jingle about it. It sounds less cheap, right? And you could look up, do the calculation, what a 90% silver dime is actually worth today versus the value of the dime. So if you sense one of those in your coin collection, you better set that bad boy aside, right? So largely, since the US dollar has been fiat currency, it's been the global reserve currency, aka the petrodollar. And I think, you know, what this means essentially is the majority of the world's transactions have occurred in US dollars, essentially, right?